If you have ever felt like script writing is the one thing slowing you down, you are in the right place. Today, we are going to tackle that exact bottleneck. We are going to build a system to help you conquer script writing for good. We all have been there, right? You are staring at that blinking cursor on a blank page. You feel the pressure to come up with something amazing, but the words just won't come. It's just classic blank page problem, and honestly, it's holding so many creators back. But here's the thing. What if I told you this struggle isn't about you or a lack of creativity? It's actually a breakdown in the system. The reason scripting feels so hard is because there are four specific roadblocks that get in our way. And the best part, every single one of them can be beaten. So think of these blockers as the villain in your creative story. Our whole mission today is to give you a playbook, a step-by-step guide to systematically take down each one of these villains. We are going to turn that blank-ish script way faster. So here they are, our four villains. First, you have got the interestingness blocker, that little voice in your head that asks, is this topic even good enough? Then there's the hook blocker, that struggle to grab someone's attention in the first few seconds. After that, the storytelling blocker, which is where people get tripped up after the hook. And finally, the engagement blocker, which is what makes the difference between a video that gets seen and a video that gets shared. All right, let's take down our first villain, the interestingness blocker. Before even you think about writing a script, you got to figure out what makes our core idea compelling. And the secret to that is finding what you will call your shock score. This concept is super simple, but incredibly powerful. See, interestingness really comes from surprise. The shock score is all about measuring the gap between what your audience think they know and the surprising new information they are about to drop to them. The bigger the gap, the higher the shock and the more interesting your video will be. Okay, so check out this real world example. It just perfectly shows how this works. Callaway was making a video about a real life fireman suit. Now his audience knew it was a cool project, right? But they believed a personal hydrogen reactor was pure science fiction, impossible. So when the engineer claimed he built one, it created a massive shock score. And that one unbelievable fact became the anchor for a video that got 40 million views. That's the power of this. Alright, villain number one is down. Let's move on to the next one, the hook blocker. You found your shocking, interesting fact. Now, how do you start the video? You know, the first 3 seconds are absolutely everything. The good news is you don't have to reinvent the wheel. There are proven formulas that just work. First up is the secret reveal. It immediately makes them feel like they have to stick around to find out what you know. It's a classic for a reason. Next up, the contrarian take. This is where you lead with a real bold statement that just goes against everything people normally believe. It grabs attention by challenging what the viewers think they know, and it forces them to stop and listen to find out what you would say. So simple, so effective. By asking a really specific, intriguing question, you create what called a curiosity gap. And our brain just hate leaving questions unanswered. So people naturally want to stay for the solution. And finally, there's a proof. First hook. This is where you lead with a big result, a piece of evidence or some kind of credential. It makes you credible instantly and it makes the viewer think, okay, how did they do that? Now just look at the difference here. Want more views? It's so generic. I mean, of course, the answer is yes, so there's no real tension. Why do some videos go viral with 200 views while other dies at 20,000 views? That poses a specific frustrating problem that every creator has ever felt. It creates an immediate need to know the answer. So you found your shocking fact. You have written a killer hook. But now what? You have got to beat the storytelling blocker. You need a blueprint, a structure to organize your ideas and keep your viewers watching all the way to the end. For short form video, you can start with the super simple but incredibly effective 5-part structure. You hook them in, you present a problem they can relate to, you show them the solution, you give them a powerful takeaway, and then end with a clean call to action. It's a whole story arc in less than 60 seconds. Now, once you are comfortable with that, you can level up with some more advanced structures. This is like a powerful toolkit for pretty much any situation. So, for example, if you are explaining something complicated, the breakdown structure is perfect and pairs really well with the secret reveal or question hook. But if you are trying to really highlight a pain point and then offer your fix, you would go with problem solver structure and maybe use a contrarian hook. Choosing the right framework framework first makes the writing part so much easier. Okay, so we have built this powerful manual system, but what if you could put it on steroids? That's where your AI copilot comes in. And listen, this is not about replacing your creativity, it's about speeding it up and putting this whole framework into hyperdrive. And this isn't just about making your life easier, it's about getting real results for your business or your brand. Get this, a whopping 93% of marketers reports a positive ROI from their video content. So making high quality stuff faster isn't just a nice to have, it's a business necessity. And AI is the key to getting that scale. This is probably the most important to remember when you are working with AI. Think of it as a co-pilot, not an autopilot. It's there to do the heavy lifting, the first draft, the research, the outlining, the structure, but your expertise, your voice, your final creative touch, that's what makes the content special. The final 20% is all you. So how do you actually put that co-pilot to work? Well, it's simple. 4-step process. Just dump all the raw ideas. You could even record a voice note. Second, feed that into an AI like ChatGPT with a structured prompt. Tell it to use the framework we just talked about. Third, and this is key, refine that output and make it sound like you. And finally, you layer in all your visuals and proof points. Okay, we have tackled interestingness, hooks, and storytelling. It's time to face the final boss, the engagement blocker. This is what separates a video that gets a lot of views from video that actually gets shared. The secret to real engagement is something called emotional transfer. Basically, it's when a video makes the viewer feel something so strongly that they just feel compelled to share the feeling with something else. A video goes viral because it transfers an emotion. So you are writing, be intentional. Ask yourself, what do I want my viewers to feel? Pick one and aim everything on that emotional target. So let's just recap the entire system. Getting from frustrating blank page to a finished script isn't about waiting for some magical lightning bolt of inspiration. No, it's about having a process you can repeat every time. Find your shock score, pick a proven hook, apply a story structure, and aim for specific emotion. That is the entire playbook. We have laid out the entire framework, the blockers you have been identified, and now the tools to beat them are right here in your hands. You literally have a system to turn any idea into a compelling script way faster